Hi everybody, welcome once again to our Low on Health year-end review, where I go over things that I've been interested in in things besides video gaming. This is, of course, besides video gaming, 2009 music. As many of you, or basically every single buddy I know, listens to music at some point, and in which case, I have a huge collection of music on my PC, as most people do. And what I usually do when I want to listen to music, I just right-click my all music folder and just listen to it all straight up, random through Winamp. In which case, that brings up my huge collection of video game music, mostly Final Fantasy, anime music, and then music ranging from rap, country, Dixie Chicks. I got Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, Paramore. I got just a whole swath of music, even classical music, just the whole swath, except kind of death metal and Christian music. I don't seem to have, like Christian rock and whatnot. I find to be too preachy, and death metal too loud and annoying. But for the most part, I listen to a whole range of music, and what I want to do is kind of go over artists and albums that I listened to in a current year that I started listening to, or found myself, listening to more than once and just enjoying to a point. So what I'm going to do here is just briefly go over a couple artists and CDs real quick that I had listened to throughout the year, and this is, of course, the 2009. So let's go and start it off with the Billboard Top 100. What I noticed is I actually started listening to a lot of more pop music than I normally do. And I think this came about to me just listening to radio more often than anything else, just to kind of get an idea of what was, what was new, or just, honestly, I just like listening to pop music to a point. I never think I did, and maybe I shied away from it before. But I really do enjoy it. I like catchy songs. I like songs that get stuck in your head and just kind of lift you up a little bit. It kind of bring you up. You tap your toe to it. You nod your head to it. And kind of just get you to the day and get you in an upbeat mood. Most of the time, whenever I listen to something, it's depending on what kind of mood I'm in. But, pop music overall, I really do kind of, unfortunately, enjoy. I don't know if that's good to say. I do like indie stuff to a point, but in 2009, I find myself listening to more poppy stuff. Moving on here. Katy Perry, this is, I started listening to her One of the Boys LP. In which case, this is actually the first time I was introduced with her, was a Simis video of her, her song Hot and Cold being done with Simish inside Sims 2 Apartment Life. But I downloaded her One of the Boys CD, in which case I actually liked it. Every single song's decent. You Are Gay is actually pretty good. That's probably the song that actually made me enjoy the album and start listening to it more. But enjoy just the One of the Boys album altogether. There are a couple of radio hits on there that you may or may not notice. But it's just a solid CD, chick rock. I actually kind of have a tendency to listen to more chick rock. I am more of a Fiona Apple piano ballad and old Alanis Morissette type of person when it comes down to female artists. But yeah, I enjoyed the Katy Perry's One of the Boys LP. Next one I want to talk about here is, of course, Lady Gaga. I'm not really big into the dance club music, but I do enjoy her Fame CD that came out in 2009, or that I listened to in 2009. It had, of course, Poker Face, Just Dance, Paparazzi, and a bunch of other really, really good, solid songs and really good just dance beats. And I really enjoy listening to them. They're just kind of nice to kind of zone out to. And, of course, right here, this is kind of the mix-up of it kind of getting into pop culture and whatnot. But I enjoyed her album for that year. The next thing I want to talk about is Kanye West. In which case, Kanye West has a lot of controversy and whatnot, but his 808 and Heartbreaks LP was, I thought, very, very good. Every single track out of that album I enjoy, and it's kind of a staple in a lot of my playlists for that CD to be there and just in a random with mixing with everything else, but the whole LP. Not just a couple of songs, but the whole LP. Welcome to Hotel Heartbreak, and this is, of course, Kevin Pereira drumming to Amazing, which is a really good song. Robocop's also good. Just a lot of really, really good. Heartless is also a fantastic song off his that CD, and it's just one of those solid CDs. Rarely can I listen to a CD straight through without skipping past a song I don't like. And Kanye West, a CD that was released, granted he might not be a great individual, and yes, he uses a lot of auto-tone, but I enjoy listening to it, and that's really all that matters. Moving on here, Girl Talk. Now, to kind of give an idea, Girl Talk is basically a gentleman who does a lot of DJ mashups. In which case, I love DJ mashups. I love when songs kind of get transitioned into another song. You gotta match the beats per minute and whatnot. But this is a complete awesome project. The guy basically will overlay like 2 to 3 songs at a time using samples. And I first heard about this guy from NPR because they were talking like, how can you do this? How can you release it for free? How is this, this really relates to copyright, rights and infringement, and what's public access and what's not public domain. In which case, he basically makes a whole album, like a whole nice big dance album, mashup album, and releases it for free. And this is, of course, Feed the Animals. And what I just love listening to this because you'll hear something different each time. You'll hear like, oh, this is that one song, and it gets overlaid. A lot of it, the lyrics and whatnot, are mostly like rap lyrics and whatnot. Some of it might be, too offensive for some, but I enjoy listening to this CD immensely, and I just love the great job he does is where you listen to it, you can kind of see where it's going to transition to the next one, and what kind of song's going to be in the background, foreground, and midground, where the beats come from. And the videos for it are awesome because you can kind of see where all the sources are. But I mean, he touches across the whole music spectrum if you listen to this album, and I really cannot recommend it more. And it didn't really get hammered home to me how good this album was until Graham from Loady Ready Run gave it like his album of the year in 2008, or 2008. And then I listened to this in 2009 and just found it awesome. Once again, it's just like the Kanye West. It's on it's in my set list of listening to all the time. And it's just awesome because songs can easily segue into it. And it's just really, really good. I love the DJ mashups. I like when people put a little extra work into music, and I just think it's awesome that somebody put this much work into it. So I definitely, out of all of these, I would always, of course, recommend Girl Talk to anybody if you like music. And granted, you might not like the rap elements to it, but you listen to one track off this his CD, Feed the Animals, and you will easily pick out at least probably 5 to 6 artists or songs that you know by heart or have heard of before. But that's really kind of about it for music. Of course, I'm doing these, end of the year recaps. There'll be another 2010 music coming out soon, and I just want to kind of give a quick sample of what I was listening to in 2009, new stuff I was listening to. But I do just enjoy listening to everything. Like I said, I right-click it, depending on what mood it is, I will listen to it. And of course, if you check my Twitter account, the twitter.com/JIMMO0BRIM, my basic username, I have an ongoing list of basically whenever I get home from work and go to sleep, when I play all my music, I will pick just one song and feature it there on my Twitter account. I don't want people following me on Twitter, but if you want to see a quick selection of choice music that I've listened to, check out my Twitter account. It has just a long list of all, essentially, music tracks and whatnot. But as always, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you next time.